Get your hands off my penis! Welcome to Time Wrap. No, 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 don't look at me like that. They're looking at me in a way. It's clearly a reference to Jack Carlson, who died last week or something like that. So, if you don't know who that is, go on the internet and stop being so damn old. Getting their
But
hands
don't, but
off.
don't Google get your hands off my penis.
Well, no. Well, actually, do because you'll get exactly the result. You'll get Jack Carlson. I know this
Really?
because I did earlier on. I just thought I'd check it out, as it were. Anyway, getting their hands off my penis tonight, Mr. Barry Williams
Use the tongs.
and Mr. Paul Ferry.
Oh, yes.
Good.
Also Thomas. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything witty to say.
This is Democracy Manifest. Welcome to Time Ram, and tonight we're doing the David Tennant story, school reunion, full of heart and emotion, and loads of references to the series' past. So, of course, we've got William Hartnell.
Yeah.
Right then, chaps, what we're going to do about this? Barbara, right? Barbara.
I think
Barbara.
it's got to be kind of later in his time, and
We've
it's
got
got
to,
to be
yeah, so doing
either
like
Barbara or
middle.
Ian and Barbara coming
Ian
back.
and Barbara. Well, I think Ian and Barbara, and Ian is Mickey.
See,
Yeah.
I had a different take on it. I thought if you're going to spread these characters around in that era, you'd have, rather than the Doctor and Sarah Jane investigating, you'd have Ian and Barbara doing that bit. And then the Doctor turns up with, I don't know, Stephen and Dodo. And they're the ones that don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
Or Stephen and Sarah Kingdom even. And
Katarina.
Katarina.
Let's
Katarina
have Katarina.
in the canine role.
Yes.
Possibly Katarina and her nose laser. Yeah.
Yeah,
We,
well,
we keep running into this problem of giving companions nose lasers that they just didn't have.
might she might have a laser, but yeah,
She hasn't got a laser. She's from Troy. You
they
haven't
had
got a
lasers. They had
laser.
lasers in Troy. What are you
You
on
don't
about?
have lasers in
They had
Troy.
lasers in Troy. I'm sure they
All
did.
right. Well, you're the historian. If you say so, it must be true. Blimey, it's like talking to Elon Musk.
Yeah. I think.
Hello, Paul. I lost you,
Sorry,
Paul.
did I cut
I
out
lost
for
you.
there?
You cut out
Yes.
completely. Yeah, start again.
Yeah.
All right. Should
You're
I
about to say
repeat that
something
joke
witty,
again?
and at the
Maybe
exact moment of wit, it just stopped.
Yeah. There was nothing.
No.
what I actually said was, I think you're thinking of lasers, so it was probably best that it's. We'll have to cut that bit anyway.
Yeah. And then they name drop.
Oh dear.
It wasn't me, right? I did some steps early. It was Paul. I am practically a choir boy because I'm presenting. Actually, I've presented, so I can forget it until the end.
Wow, boy.
Yeah.
Wow, boy.
So, yeah. So, all right. Well, I, hmm. I mean, I'm settled on it being Ian and Barbara. Certainly Barbara. I started when I was watching School
Yeah.
Reunion earlier. I went, "This is Barbara. It has to be Barbara." And I
Yeah.
thought, "Yeah, Barbara's not a school teacher." And I thought, "Well, neither is Sarah." So that's fine.
Barbara is a school
Uh,
teacher.
right?
Barbara is a school teacher.
Oh yeah, she isn't she? Oh well.
She's not a
Expert.
journalist, but yeah.
Yeah. K9's the problem to me.
Yeah.
K9 is really, really critical to the story unless the Doctor like gives sentience to his reacting vibrator. And
Well, this is why I thought of
actually, let's just do
this is
that.
why I
Fuck it,
thought of
let's just do
Sarah
that.
Kingdom. Sarah Kingdom's got a gun, so I thought of that.
Uh,
Or Stephen
she
Taylor. I
She's
can
sacrifices.
only
imagine him in that role.
within one story, isn't she? She's entirely within Dalek Master Plan.
Well, if you recall, because this is our 10th our 10th William Hartnell episode, we've got a lot of William Hartnell episodes under our belt now.
That's an act of, I think you'll find.
But we have replaced the Feast of Stephen with Last Christmas.
Yes.
So we do have the first half of Dalek's Master
Yeah.
Plan and also the second half of Dalek's Master Plan. They're both available. They're in the mix.
You've got Super Ben.
What?
Super Ben would be, no, he's not super. He's not super anymore. He stops being
Oh.
super.
Right.
So, but
Isn't the
yeah,
problem then that we'd either have to introduce or kill off Sarah Kingdom?
Well, in all fairness, that's exactly what they did.
yeah.
Yeah, but in school reunion.
Well, no, she's been
I
introduced
imagine William
because
Hartnell kind of going, "You're a
we've already
good
had
girl."
we've already had her in Last Christmas, you know, so this will just be continuing
Yeah.
Sarah Kingdom's significant era.
I say let's make it part of Sarah Kingdom's significant era.
Yeah.
I've always had an
Sarah
interest in
Kingdom.
Sarah Kingdom's significant era.
And we all. Apparently Peter Purvis did as well.
I'm the clever one.
Brain
I'm the clever one.
or brawn
I'm the clever one.
versus brain.
You're the potato one.
I can't improve at this very moment.
Okay. So Sarah Kingdom and Stephen.
Yeah.
That works.
All right. Does it work? Let's find out.
God,
I mean, it doesn't not
Ian-
work.
I'll go no further than that.
I think Ian and Stephen in his companion era, it's going to be, it's going to turn into such a sort of pissing contest, really, isn't it?
Excellent.
Between the two of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that fits. Frankly, that tracks. That's fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unless Ian's away learning graphology.
well, I mean, yeah. This is why I thought I'd replace the pre-credit with, rather than the Doctor turning up being a teacher, you could have Ian or Barbara turning up then, teaching, going, aha.
Yeah. So does
Yeah.
this mean Barbara's kind of pretending to work in the school dinners cafeteria
No, that's Ian.
with a scarf on her head, going, "Here, have some
That's
more
definitely
chips,
Ian.
love."
That's Ian all over. Yeah.
Except
I
it probably
can't-
wouldn't be chips in the 60s, would it? Have some more steak and kidney pudding, love.
I know more in the sort of Sarah Jane role, but I mean, it's up to you. That's-
Yeah.
I established a rule
Yeah.
that she wasn't called Sarah Jane on this podcast.
Ah,
Oh, the exhaustion.
yes, frankly. Explain it again.
I'm just pissed off with the whole Sarah Jane shit. She's called Sarah all the way through Classic Who, and then suddenly she becomes branded, and I don't like the
Yeah.
branding. I just don't. It sits badly with me.
Well, at least we've got the
Call her
Sonic.
what you fucking want, Baz.
We've got the Sonics. That's all right.
That's not all right. It's not all
Sonic
right.
screwdriver.
It's a sonic screwdriver. Moron.
Get your kids off my lawn.
Just got flamethrower the kids. Sonic screwdrivers and Sarah Janes. My God, they deserve it.
I broke with the wankers.
Okay. Did we want some plot?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, of course, this is a Tennant story, so it starts off with a pre-credit.
Mm.
So already we're into problems.
Well, not really, because we can have that as the cliffhanger of the previous episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Mr.
the big
Stephen.
cliffhanger
No,
was
no.
like Ian Chesterton opens the door and goes, "Hello," or words to that effect.
Yeah. So the last episode being
It's
Last
the
Christmas.
Doctor.
Good Lord. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got Ian and Barbara investigating this school, basically. This is where we start. This is our starting point.
Yeah.
I mean, it does open with a little sinister scene with a girl getting sent to see the headmaster.
Yeah.
He's kind of sympathetic, and he's like, "Oh, you've got no parents to miss you. Time for lunch." So you're like, oh,
Are we
okay.
doing that in 1965?
I'm surprised we're doing that in 2006, Frank. Kiddie murder. Hey. Doesn't entirely sit right, but
That's
yeah.
the way forward.
Yeah.
But 1966.
Thing is that
I don't know.
Yeah, they'd be kind of unearthly child style school kids, though, wouldn't they? Who are all about 22.
Yes.
So they'd all be kind of
You're opening that in that.
Kind of with it, but somehow deeply without it.
yes.
And they'd all be about 27.
Mm. Yeah.
I
So
think let's get rid of the murdery pre-credit and make the opening about Ian and Barbara being back, which is amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do we open in the TARDIS then, presumably? 'Cause that's kind of more how they do it in the 60s, I would have thought.
Not all the time. You always say that, but they don't always open the TARDIS.
No,
At all.
I suppose they don't. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
So no, I'd open with Ian and Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me.
I'd be inclined. You follow Ian and Barbara for the first third of episode 1. How many episodes are we doing? And then that moment where
5.
Sarah sees the TARDIS and it's just like amazing. That's when we
Yeah.
get the Doctor.
Hmm.
I think to see the
Yeah.
TARDIS land. And they're just absolutely blown away.
Yeah. And
Ian
Ian's
pisses
like,
himself and
yeah.
crying.
Ian's like, yeah, you couldn't get back to the 60s in the fucking 2 years we were with you.
That's exactly what he says.
Now you can get back to the 60s.
Oh dear, Chesterton. It's time and relativity. Oh well, that's all right. Cheers, thanks. That makes everything clear. Nice one. Thanks, Hartnell. Yes.
And also, I guess they're meeting Stephen and Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah. Sarah. Well, it's we've had this discussion before. Is it Sarah or Sarah? I think it's pronounced both ways in Master Plan.
They were as confused as I am. Yeah.
We're all as confused as John Wiles and Donald Tosh were. So it's not on us.
Pretty confused.
I also thought it was Sarah, to be honest.
Well, it's because we read it and it's written Sarah.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be Sarah. That's a great name. Sarah's a bit doesn't sound very secret agency, does it? Sarah. Hello, Sarah. It's like Susan. It's the Time Lord. That's fine. It was the 60s.
The name's Sarah Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or usually it would be the other way around if you're doing Bond.
Oh yeah.
Named Bond. Yeah. But yeah, Sarah. Should we just call her Sarah for this because we can, because it's Time Wrap?
I can't promise to remember that, but I'll give it
a
try.
Fair enough.
You know,
fair enough. Just don't call her Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane. Excellent.
Fuck off. Fuck off. I am wagging my finger, admonishing Barry Williams.
She could be Mrs. Kingdom because presumably she's married because she's got a different surname to her brother.
Oh, that's a whole. That's a whole.
Or he's married and taken a different.
In the original script, they were kind of boyfriend and girlfriend. So and then
it kind of made more sense because the whole sister thing comes and goes in the moment that she kills him.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what?
I don't know why they made that change. That makes no sense to me. Even
could it be that Donald Tosh was smoking the good shit?
I'm sure that Donald Tosh
was wondered about this era.
Shit.
I'm quite sure John Wiles was just to get through the day. He walks in the room and there's a thing on the door saying, "You're not Verity Lambert."
Well, that was the description of Donald Tosh back in the day. It was he'll come in wearing these wild shirts and kind of cloth caps and things, and it was very trendy.
Kind of give it some beat poetry.
Yeah. Very that way, very with it. The
Bob Dylan of Doctor Who.
He'd be getting into the office in the sort of 12 o'clock, and his door closes, smoke starts coming out from underneath.
Yeah. And of course, in those days, David Whittaker could actually just knock on the door and go, "No, no,
no, Donald,
no, Donald."
He didn't have to put on a kind of amazingly racist dead accent or anything like that. To knock on the door, go, "Oi, stop it! Stop it, Donald Tosh, man! I just don't fuck with my shit, man."
Hey, man, don't mess with my mellow.
I was sitting in the subway down in the floor.
I quite like the idea of Sarah Kingdom being married and being sort of like a Mrs. Peel type character. And Mr. Kingdom's disappeared, and in the end he turns up and he looks just like the Doctor.
Oh,
wow!
Now we're going to have to come to this. We're going to have to
with the music
going to the Doctor, big time. Because watching it earlier on, it was just kind of, oh dear, this is problematic. Oh dear, not problematic in a modern way, problematic in a time ram way. Yeah, because Barbara clearly just has a thing for the Doctor and never got over him.
Yeah, I'm quite keen not to use that, but it's.
I think we should go for it. I mean, what the hell? Let's just put it in there because
it is terrible. I mean, as soon as that scene starts, I mean, I'm getting ahead of us here, but they stop talking like real people, and it's kind of
This is true.
It is wild there at the top.
Did you feel that this is the point where RTD did some writing? Because the styles,
maybe.
absolutely, when you say they stop talking like reboot, the styles absolutely seem to change in those bits.
Yeah, it
I
makes me
thought
cringe
this time round.
every time. Yeah,
And it was kind of,
yeah.
because, a woman has to be devoted to a man. Mind you, I suppose, on the other side of it, this is the Doctor. It's
Yeah.
not a man, it's the Doctor. And you've been in the TARDIS and traveled to worlds and all that sort of bit, and you come back and it's like Neil Armstrong said, how do you top walking on the moon? Where do you go from there?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it could be Toby Whithouse going, right, this is comedy writing. Aha! I wouldn't put that past him, but
I do hate that it's a very modern series thing, though. This thing of the companions, kind of after they've left the Doctor, they just end up with sad, old, lonely people,
spinsters,
or they join unit, and you're just thinking, surely you can have a life after leaving the Doctor.
Hopefully,
you don't have to be pining for the TARDIS, for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? I think it'd be fantastic to have a companion, with the modern thing is they all join unit. And have a companion who's left the Doctor and unit approaches them. They go, no, join the fucking army.
Fuck off.
That'd be Dodo.
What?
Dodo would be well hard. She'd just establish an empire. She'd invent the microcomputer or something like that.
Yeah.
And it'd be called the Dodo. We'd all be talking on Dodos.
Yes.
Actually, that'd be a really good name for a phone as well. It's a Dodo.
Yeah.
I'm just going to Dodo that person.
She's secretly a tech genius.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Oh, please be quiet.
Okay, so I'm not quite sure what we're doing at this point. So I guess
talking about Dodo inventing the future. Should have invented the Dodo Hub as well.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of school unit, I guess Ian and Barbara, they're there for reasons. They're investigating something.
Yeah. Like Sarah.
Like Sarah, yeah.
They got a hint of something and kind of went,
yeah.
Yeah, because they're nosy gets, aren't they? Because, they didn't have to follow a teenage girl to her house because they were suspicious of her.
That's true. No, nobody has to do that. No, that's correct. I'd say that's
the
not
fact
recommended.
There's two of them doesn't make it any better.
No. And they're a nuclear unit as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can have some scenes with some teaching, I guess, quite early on.
Yeah.
Ian's teaching maths, presumably, and he's got a kid in his cast. He's called Milo. He's not called Milo in the 60s. He's called Jeff.
Yeah, he is. That was Dave.
And he's a genius. He's answered all the questions, and immediately this clicks Ian onto things.
And Ian goes, "You're really like Susan Foreman."
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with my career?
He's gonna in the 60s. He
starts asking him about dimensions.
In the 60s, he's gonna look like Walter the Softie, isn't he?
I
the hair kind of combed across.
I think Ian's gonna pull a Dodo, as it were, and say, "All right, Dave or Jeff, what does TARDIS stand for?" And Jeff goes, "Time, relative dimension, and space." And Ian goes, "Ooh, dear."
Yeah, so then I guess the TARDIS crew can turn up and they can fill them.
So we're
in.
not doing it later then when.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, no, fine. In that case, the next scene in the script is Rose serving chips.
I think this is going to be Barbara, a headscarf. Okay.
Barbara, I know.
Fag end hung over my. What do you want, dear?
Why is Ian teaching and Barbara's serving chips? That's not right.
Because it's the 60s.
Barbara's a woman and it's the 60s.
She was a history teacher.
And much as it's wrong,
teacher.
Paul is entirely correct that that's what they'd done. That is what would have happened. Let's face it. He strolled back into his job as a science teacher and she had to start with chips.
No, because she's a married woman now. She's married him. Therefore, she can't be a teacher.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Just a lunchtime job.
There you go.
You can laugh. It happened to my great-grandmother. She was not allowed to continue working as a teacher after she married my great-grandmother.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I totally understand. Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, it was a little bit earlier than the 1960s.
Yeah.
But
that's just a job on the lunchtime, though. You know, the rest of the time she's gonna scrub the doorstep and go to Presto's.
Look at skillets a bit.
I thought you were going to say she spends the rest of the time in a club doing dancing or something.
Barry Williams' Barbara fantasies are worth
Big
exploring.
60s.
She's up in one of those cages suspended from the ceiling.
Fucking hell.
In the Inferno.
That Scaro radiation really went to her head, didn't it?
Okay, I should drive these Barbara thoughts out of my head.
All these fellas going,
we all have
she's gonna take her cardigan off.
She's going to unravel it strand by strand. Oh, fucking hell. She's a dirty one.
Cool. If she'd been wearing her shoes, she could have given her hers.
She's going to call him a stupid old man. Oh, my God. How dare you? Yes, how dare I, Barbara? How dare I? I love that speaks its name to the 405 television screen.
They're going to set off the smoke machine. She's going to get lost for an entire episode.
An entire episode of wandering around in smoke. Oh, blimey, I'm on the wank. Yeah. Good. So now we've all kind of come out about that.
You are disgusting.
Though. When I was a kid, when I saw pictures of Barbara in Doctor Who Weekly and saw An Earthly Child and so on, the idea of Barbara being sexy was just beyond my comprehension.
But when you watch it now, you're like, whoa.
But when I'm watching now, it's a bit kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bit of Barbara.
Bit of Barbara.
Bit of the Babs.
Yeah.
And Barbara.
Well, hey, Barbara's Babs. Especially tight around the arse. So yeah.
That kind of happens to you though when you grew up with Doctor Who, because I remember kind of
it's never happened to me. Never have sex
No,
with
but
that really didn't happen.
I remember kind of being a little kid and kind of, you know, obviously in the era of Leela and all that, and you just think, oh, it's Leela, and then kind of there came a point in my life watching it when I thought,
there came a point.
Hello, it's Leela.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think the first companion I didn't have that revelation with was Perry. But it was 1984, and I was, you know, heading teenage, and it was Planet of Fire. So come off it, and I did.
I must have been a later developer because, I that division for me comes between Perry in season 20, no interest. Right. Perry in season 20, Perry in season 21, whoa, hello.
There is a study to be done here on the effect of ITV on sexual maturity, I think.
Okay.
So you're just getting going, oh, Perry, and then it's Mel, and like,
and then you get Mel. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had
just put a damper on
I had an entire season of Perry, then an 18-month gap, and then some more Perry before Mel. So I mean, I had plenty of Perry time before then. But it was very, very formative, I would say.
Planet of Fire and Caves of Androzani, I tell you, I've always said Davidson Generation. It's kind of like, oh dear. I mean, he's said, I really wasn't watching him acting his guts out.
I was at the time. It completely passed me by. So interesting. Yeah.
ITV. Corrupt young minds, I tell you.
ITV gives you the horn.
All their lowbrow nonsense like The Prisoner. Which is actually a massive exception. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, ITV was lowbrow.
A bit like this podcast. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but we never stated that our brows were particularly high.
I'd say our brows are gradually getting lower. Yeah.
Our brows have lowered so much over the course of this podcast that literally I've got eyebrows on my feet now. And I can gesture with them. I can kind of but you have to look down at my feet, and people don't. And then I get arrested.
Speaking of ITV, the other week I was for some reason the mood overtook me to watch the Tomorrow People's A Man for Emily.
I get those occasional moments of kind of like, now I must watch A Man for Emily.
I was kind of watching that.
This, I'm not. I know what you mean.
Both Peter Davison and Sandra Dickinson in a kid show are kind of lingering tracking shot up
Yeah.
their bodies.
Yeah.
And it's kind of really oddly inappropriate for a kid's
Very
show.
sexualized, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
It is. It is. And I mean, Peter Davison fortunately gets clothes on after the pre-credits.
Yes.
But Sandra Dickinson's prancing about, giving it, legs and everything, and it's just, yeah,
Yeah.
We'll just define that as the ITV effect from now on. Then that's just.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's something in the water down south. Maybe they put bromide in the water. Maybe they spiked you.
I tell you what, season 20, Perry in a bikini, nothing.
Nothing at all,
Nothing.
dude. I had problems. I had to rapidly redefine from the whole kind of girls don't hang out with girls bit to become oh, I do though. But I have no idea how to.
I was 2 years older, so I'd probably started with
Leader.
No, Leela wasn't 2 years before.
No, I'm thinking who was 2 years before, but it's
Oh.
Tegan. But I don't know that I ever.
I mean,
Probably more Nissa, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Nissa. Yeah, I would have preferred Nissa as a kid. No. Let's not have this discussion because we're just going to have to cut it off. So, yeah, and surely we had this discussion in the 90s, the three of us. Surely,
Many times.
many times. Yeah. So,
K9. Whoa. Hey, K9.
negative. Yeah.
Ian, Barbara, Stephen. Fuck, marry, avoid.
Yes.
Go. No,
Don't say that to me unless you want the whole thing.
I thought that was their nicknames. I'll leave it to your imagination which one was Stephen.
Come along, fuck, come along.
Oh, God, blimey, that's sexy, that is.
So I guess we need some.
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
We've really gone off the
we've gone beyond.
track.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're lost in the woods now.
Wish I was.
I'm assuming there's some scenes here. We've obviously the TARDIS arrives.
I think that's my favourite time around comment. I'm assuming there's some scenes here.
I'm assuming there's some scenes.
Yeah.
Right, let's do that.
There's some
okay,
scenes
yeah.
that get us most of the
Yeah.
way through episode 1.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Scenes.
Good.
Scenes happen.
Yeah.
Scenes
Why
happen.
have we done
Yeah.
this every single episode up till now? This is genius, Baz. Some scenes happen. End of episode 1. This is amazing.
Well, I mean, initially there's scenes happening in the school, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scenes
It's
in
Coal
the
Hill,
school.
isn't it? It's going to be Coal Hill.
Coal Hill,
Yeah.
probably. Well, yeah. Is it Coal Hill, or are they there to investigate a different school?
It might
they've
be.
heard- Yeah, I'm assuming that Coal Hill sacked them for disappearing off their job for ages. So, this is a school in special measures. They didn't have special measures in the 60s, but this is a
So
school.
they go to
that's-
another school with their amazing CVs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what were you doing between these two? Oh, just
Fucking right. And whoever's in charge goes, "Oh yes, well, fine. Here you are."
This is why Barbara can't get a job. So they're investigating anyway. They're investigating the school, but then the TARDIS turns up.
Mhm.
So they need to sort of bring the TARDIS crew up to speed.
Yeah.
Barbara sees it, and it's an amazing moment because Jackie. That's the end of episode 1. Barbara seeing
When the TARDIS arrives, really?
I think so.
So the Doctor's not
Yeah,
in episode
we
John
one.
got
Hartnell
week
was having a
off.
week off. That's fine. John Wiles was determined to write him out. Fine.
Yeah.
Fits. Totally fits.
So we're in episode 2.
We're in episode 2 because
All right.
scenes
Yay.
happened in episode
Scenes.
1. And that was great.
There were scenes in episode 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
25 minutes apparently of Ian and Barbara teaching.
You're welcome. Fill them in.
It's
Oh,
all right
welcome
because
to
it
make
probably
something.
if it's in Dalek Master Plan, it probably doesn't exist now.
That doesn't exist anyway.
It
Yeah.
won't exist, no. Actually, yeah, it is the New Year episode if it's Dalek's Master Plan. So yeah, there will be some
Yeah.
extra comedy scenes on cricket pitches and stuff, won't there?
There we go. There we
There we
go.
are.
Oh, you could have a farce where Barbara almost bumps into the TARDIS but doesn't.
Yeah.
And Ian almost does as well. He just enters a science lab and just hears the end of the dematerialization and goes, "What was that?" That sounded like no, and so on. And it turns out the Doctor's been trying to land loads of times, but he flicked the "don't land properly" switch,
Yeah.
and its spring was working, so it didn't land properly.
But eventually, obviously, they do meet the Doctor. The Doctor comes out of the TARDIS,
Yeah.
And Ian goes, "Doctor," and the Doctor goes, "They died, Ian. Everybody died."
And Ian slaps him around a bit and goes, "What are you talking about, you senile nut job?"
So Ian and well, I was going to say Ian and Barbara would know Stephen, but it depends where he actually comes in.
Let me. Yeah.
It does depend where he comes in. Yeah.
We did
Stephen's
replace
first
the
story?
chase.
Legopolis,
Yeah.
Terror of the Zygons, or whatever.
The Doctor tells Stephen they're on Earth, and he goes, "Oh, on Earth? Come on!"
Oh, rubbish! I don't believe anything anyone says ever.
We replaced the chase with the Empty Child / the Doctor Dances.
Right. Oh, Stephen.
Oh, Stephen was like Captain Jack, wasn't he?
That's
Stephen was
right?
Captain Jack. That's
Okay,
right.
so Stephen
Captain
swaggers out of the TARDIS, going, "Hey,
Whoosh!
yeah."
Wallop!
And Barbara just faints dead away. Or Barbara storms towards him, going, "How dare you, you stupid youngish man!"
Yeah.
Because have you got a canoe in your pocket? Are you pleased to see me?
And Barbara goes, "No."
Stephen knows them, and then they have to introduce Sarah. Presumably, who's just I don't know what she's doing. She's got a gun.
She's pointing a gun at them.
She's pointing a gun at them.
She's posing like in all the shots that we have of her, and that's it.
That's all she does. Yeah.
All we've got, apart from the couple of episodes. But yeah. Do you remember when before the episodes came back, when she was just really mysterious? Like, who's this woman posing with a space gun?
Yeah.
What's she doing? Because you get Ian, Barbara, Vicky, Steve, and then suddenly it's female James Bond.
Yeah.
And I just thought she was fascinating, and her gun was fascinating.
I always found it really.
I will build one of those guns. I won't build a Gene Marsh.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Well, we can talk. We can talk.
I also thought it was disappointing when in some interview she said that the costume was brown, and I thought,
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't think it was brown.
Yeah, it's quite 60s of it, though, isn't it?
Boring.
Blue, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I always thought blue because it looks vaguely police. It's official.
Yeah.
But no, it was brown.
Brian.
And she had a sarnie.
Man.
Gene Marsh is 90 now.
I know.
Yeah.
It's scary. Yeah.
She should get together with Tom Baker.
And do what?
Yeah, what is it? What did Gene Marsh and Eileen Atkins make some sort of pact with Satan back in the day or something? Because they're both kind of absolutely ancient and still going.
A little bit longer. It gives us hope.
This is the Doctor. Present time of the High Council of Keeper of the legacy of Rassilon. Defender of the laws of time. Protector of Gallifrey.
Okay, so obviously, Ian and Barbara lay it down for the moment, don't they? There was some UFO sightings about 3 months ago. And around the same time,
Arnold's going to get that wrong, isn't he? He's going to say unidentified flapping object or something.
Yeah. Around the same time, half the staff left. They all got the flu, apparently, and left.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do. Last time I got the flu, I changed jobs. Absolutely. Half the staff I just knew. Specifically, I think 13 of them I knew.
Yeah.
And the chips are really good. Worth noting.
Mm-hmm.
Really good chips.
I like the way they've got signs all over the place saying "eat more chips" and stuff as well.
Yeah.
I do wonder whether they would have had chips in the 60s in schools.
You think it'd be something exotic,
but
foreign?
It would have all been like mash and
Yeah, it might have been. I was going to say, did I have chips? And I thought, no, it was mash. Scooped mash.
Yeah. Not in school, we wouldn't have chips.
Mash.
Yeah. So the mash is really good. Yeah.
The mash is really good.
Yeah.
Try the mash, Doctor.
I've never had mash like it. Oh, come on. Good mash.
It's a good Stephen impression. And there's lots of other stuff going on. There's kids getting ill and stuff like that. So they're kind of investigating what's happening. Meanwhile, one of the kids, Kenny the kid, he goes into one of the classrooms and sees a creature.
Let's have him played by Jim Dale.
Jim Dale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was in his mid-20s, so about the right age to play a kid in this era.
Was he?
30s, maybe. Who knows?
30s more like, yeah.
Have you seen me, please, sir?
I'll check how old Jim Dale was. I mean, I'm not vetoing it, it's just I want to know now.
We haven't cast the headmaster, have we?
No.
Can we have Philip Maddock or somebody?
Yeah, Michael Sheard.
Yeah.
I think
Michael
Philip
Sheard,
Maddock might be a little bit young, yeah.
Yeah, because it's pre-Crotons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pre-Crotons.
Jim Dale was 31, by the way.
31, yeah. Perfect age to play a child.
Yeah, spot on.
Drama in the 1960s.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, the headmaster played by guest star Anthony Head. Famous to viewers across the pond as the teacher in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Probably better known to us in the UK as the guy from all those commercials with the coffee adverts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So constantly buying coffee with the hot lady next door and then failing to get off with it.
Constantly bringing coffee.
Yeah.
Sex.
Yeah.
He was the new Gareth Hunt.
It was
not a euphemism.
Yeah, so who's
Gareth Hunt as the headmaster?
I was going to say who's the 60s equivalent? Bernard Kay. Well, at least he's not Peter Glaze.
Although we could have Peter Glaze.
Donald Sinden?
Donald Sinden.
We've never had Donald Sinden in Time Ram yet. We should.
No.
Okay.
He was never in Doctor Who. That was a mistake. We can correct it.
Yeah, we should fix that now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Donald Sinden. Yeah.
Wasn't serious.
Astor Sim.
Sim. I bet William Hartnell would have had a problem with him as well, just randomly. Because he's a bigger star.
Yeah.
Leslie Phillips.
Leslie Phillips.
Leslie Phillips.
Well, hello.
There we go.
Ding dong.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the school.
Hello, chaps.
Mr. Bell?
Ding dong, you're not wrong.
Yeah, the doctor agrees to get involved, I guess. He wants to find out what's going on in this school.
Yeah.
He will pit his goods against them and defeat them.
Yes. Slightly distracted, I suppose, by Stephen and Ian having a bitch off. But, yeah.
I've seen mechanoids. So have I. I was there. Do you remember? No, I remember the mechanoids. Ooh. Etc.
Daleks. Yes, me too, Daleks.
There are lots of Daleks all the time. I was in the first Dalek story. Going around with Barbara. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare touch Barbara. Oh, come on. I'll touch Barbara if I want, etc.
She likes it.
And then Barbara storms in going, do I have a say in this?
And Sarah Kingdom's there going, oh dear, Doctor, the missus and the eggs.
Oh, yeah, she's there as well, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah. Well, Sarah Kingdom presumably is deactivated at the moment.
She's just waving her gun about. She's fine.
On a table in a coffee house somewhere, she's looking around with the screwdriver, and she goes, oh, hello. Oh, there you are. I told you I could fix it, my boy.
He's getting a dream crab off her head. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Is that a euphemism? It's a very odd one. Off her head as well. William Hartnell, who'd have thought, eh?
Just going upstairs, get me dream crab off. All right, yeah.
Oh, no, be a child, do leave it on.
So they break into the school, basically. That evening, they break in.
He used his ring, didn't he?
Okay.
To break in, rather than the screwdriver.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah.
He used his ring.
Yeah. His magic ring. Yeah.
His special ring, yeah.
Special ring, yeah. That one.
We can get a good 5 minutes of them standing around talking about refracting the sun's rays and so on into the log. And then, of course, either Ian or Barbara just go, "The teacher's here. We have keys."
It's probably a lot easier to get into a school in the 60s. Yeah.
Probably you just wander in.
They probably just left the doors open.
Yeah. There's nothing vulnerable here that needs protecting or anything like that. It's fine.
What are they going to steal? Chalk?
How about Time Ram?
Time Ram? You couldn't do it in that old crock.
Woomph. Time Ram. Londoners.
They immediately split up, basically. In the original version, I missed the reason why, but Mickey gets sent to the maths department.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rose samples the oil that they've been cooking the chips in. There's stuff with oil. Before we should have established this. In episode 1, there's a scene where the dinner ladies are carrying the oil and someone spills it and there's kind of screaming and mysterious shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
So they run around at night, basically. Do we want to sort of divvy up the roles?
Let's divvy up the roles.
Yes.
Sarah, I'd say again, she's best just completely sparked out in Barbara's boot at the moment. Really? Or is she fixing the scanner or something like that? She's looking for a couple of times. Go, I'm fixing the scanner. I'll be with you in a minute.
Is she looking for the flying saucer? Maybe she's looking for.
She's looking for the flying saucer. We need a subject.
Yeah.
She's in the library. She's going through the newspaper archive to find out what happened with this flying saucer.
Yeah.
Where the bits are.
One of the things I love about her is that she frequently just has no time for the Doctor and Stephen shit. She just goes, "Yeah, well, I'm going to do this," and they go, "Oh, don't be ridiculous." And goes, "Yeah, I'm doing this though," and just goes and does it. So that's what she's getting the location filming. She's going out on Wimbledon Common or something like that.
Yeah, let's have her doing that with Ian as a guide. He's kind of getting dragged along.
Yeah. No, he isn't being dragged along. The Doctor said you better go with her because she doesn't understand 20th century. She'll stand out.
Yeah,
She's going to teach her things.
And she's a woman.
Ian goes, "I'll teach her things," and Barbara goes, "You fucking watch it." And Ian goes, "Sorry about that."
She'll start choking on the terrible 20th century atmosphere.
Yeah. Actually, that had chips, didn't it? The original draft of the Feast of Stephen had the Doctor really obsessing over getting fish and chips.
Well, they did have chips in the 60s.
Oh yeah, all I was saying was they probably wouldn't have them in a school canteen in the 60s.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It is London.
Or maybe that's the thing. That's the suspicious thing.
Chips.
Serving chips.
Transatlantic nonsense. Yeah.
In a school.
How dare they? We must dare to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
And the aliens, Doctor. Oh, yes. So we've got the Doctor and Barbara and Stephen, in that case, breaking into the school.
Mm-hmm.
So, Stephen can... Actually, it's probably more like they would send Stephen to get the oil, and then Barbara's the one that starts screaming when rats fall on her.
Yeah.
Play for laughs with Mickey, but they'd probably play it straight.
A completely unknown beforehand fear of rats that was never heard of again.
Peter Purvis would complain.
Peter Purvis would just do it, though. He'd just do it. He was professional.
I remember watching this in 2006 and thinking, I'm sure by then they didn't do dissection of rats in schools.
I never dissected a rat at school.
I'm sure. Well, I remember.
Well, Rose says that at some point. Rose says they don't dissect rats anymore.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because I remember it being done in a biology school, class in my school, but they were so tight that the teacher did it and everybody just watched.
Oh, I think we were the same.
Have enough, they only had like one rat for the entire class.
I think
we didn't dissect rats at my schools.
Yeah,
I think we might have had.
I could have done without it. To be honest, it wasn't something that I particularly wanted to see.
Yeah. No, I assume from watching it that the reason there's a load of vacuum packed rats in the cupboard is that they're just snacks for the critter.
Yeah.
There's not any particular reason given, is there?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I've forgotten that bit that she says. She's surprised that they've got them.
Yeah, I can only assume it's if they get peckish. Anthony Head wants a snack. He's like, oh yeah.
Ratty rat.
Bit of rat.
Kind of like Ozzy Osbourne. Well, that was a bat rather than a rat. Still. Bats are just rats with wings, aren't they?
Yeah.
Don't touch a bat. They're riddled with disease. Oh.
Yes.
So they have a look around and they find the teachers hanging up in the head's office like bats.
Yeah.
We should probably work out what these creatures actually look like in the 1960s because they're not going to be CG.
Yeah, they're not going to be hanging from the roof.
They're not going to be hanging from the roof,
yeah,
really.
I thought about this. I thought about the scene when K9's attacking the Crottains and they're all flying around them. I thought, this isn't going to happen. They didn't do flying monsters in the 60s. And now I thought, the Web Planet. Yes, they did. And that's what it's going to look like. Whatever the Crottains are, if they fly, they're going to be dangling on strings and shot at evening. So, but it's Douglas Camfield directing this, presumably. So, yeah, we're in with a chance.
Yeah.
They'd probably, I mean, if we're going to go down the Batty route, they'd be more like the Tetraps, wouldn't they? There'd be something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they're halfway between.
I know that's 20 years later, but I mean, costume design hadn't actually moved on that much.
Somewhere between bats and the Menoptera.
If only we had some decent pictures of the Screamers of Desperus. Because they're flying bat things, aren't they?
Weren't they just props? They were just kind of...
Well, as far as can be ascertained, they were just dangled in front of the camera, yeah.
Yeah.
Or pushed in by a stagehand. That was me demonstrating superbly what the Screamers of Desperus looked like. But you can't see that, listener. Sorry. Patreon, though, if you want to give us some money, give us a tenner. I'll demonstrate on video what the Screamers of Desperus look like, and it'll be absolutely perfect. Seriously, it'll be like being in the room when Devil's Planet was on.
Totally convincing.
Because apparently any old crap's thoroughly convincing as a reconstruction these days.
So, are they hanging upside down? Or are they just having a little sleep in a heap? There's not going to be 13 of them, really, is it? It's maybe 5 or 6.
They're in a nest.
They're in a nest. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, there's no reason why they couldn't be hanging upside down. It would just be separately shot at Ealing. And we don't, like Paul says, like the Tetraps, you just hang the actors upside down from the ceiling.
Yeah. Or do a model shot or something. Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's.
I was going to say, or turn the camera upside down, but it's not so easy with a pedestal camera. Unless
but you could
invert such a thing as a lens to invert.
They'd have a mirror. They do it.
You could invert the raster.
Yeah. So yeah, are we getting near the end of episode 2? I guess, but
I hope so.
Yeah, perhaps.
Well, maybe that's the end of episode 2.
Yeah, the revelation.
Maybe that's the cliffhanger. Yeah, let's see these things, and they're horrible.
Monsters.
Monsters.
And it's literally a cliffhanger, apart from there isn't a cliff involved, but it's a hanger.
Yeah.
Unless
one of them is called Cliff.
There you go. Oh, we'll bring in Cliff in. Cliff, who was the original name for Ian Chesterton. Could he be like
Cliff
some
really
pissed off teacher going, oh, yeah, he all mentioned, didn't he? He got to be in the series, didn't he?
I thought you were going to say Cliff Richards.
Cliff and Lola sound so hip, don't they?
Cliff and Lola sound like they're having a hell of a good time.
Yeah.
They go to wife swapping parties. Keys in the boat, off we go. Ding, 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 ding. So,
I think at some point somebody just went, no, they're too with it. We need to have Ian and Barbara. That's teachers' names.
Nice, solid teacher names. Yeah.
Donald Wilson said, no, they must be without. And they became without. Apart from Ian's incredibly hip dancing.
Yeah. Yes, that was Donald Wilson going, I don't hold with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Newfangled fun.
Down with this sort of thing.
Careful now.
We didn't have fun in my day.
Cliff sounds like someone involved with popular music. I'm not having it.
That's for Lola.
Sounds like a French whore.
And I should know. For I am Donald Wilson. Away to Paris.
Fly, my Hawkman.
And he flies off. Yeah, Donald Wilson just flies out the window. That's what Donald Wilson was like. See whether standing behind him going, what a guy.
That's for Donald Wilson. We're lucky to be alive.
God's sake, strap yourselves down. Right, yes, where are we?
Yes.
Somebody's sort of reinventing the BBC management from the 1960s.
Fantastically so, though.
It's entirely relevant.
With panache. Have we done Newman yet?
Not yet, but I can't wait to see what happens with him.
If Donald Wilson can fly, I assume Sidney Newman just kind of like fell like a meteor just into the TV center and stood up going, I am fire. Or words to that effect, sort of thing.
I'm Sidney Newman, god damn it.
No PMs on my watch.
Sidney Newman's just got his big mouth with loads of holes in it. He's like, put your arm in there, boy. Make a man of you.
You're just saying that to William Hartnell.
Yeah.
He kind of rises to it. How dare you, sir? Starts and off they go. And that's how William Hartnell got cast in Doctor Who.
We should write a book.
Yes.
Sort of fact.
Yes. I've not said since the start, we should write a book of this. I'm right.
The file of drugs left outside the TARDIS, remember?
Yes, what about them?
It's possible that they may have been anti-radiation gloves. No, impossible in this temperature. The science is too warm. Yes, and if you'd had your shoes on, my boy, you could have lent her hers. I can't improve at this very moment. Yes, but I rather fancy that's settled that little bit of solution. Oh, I think that might be just some fluorescent substance in the walls. You'll end up with a couple of burnt cinders flying around in space, in space! Don't underestimate my powers!
Episode 3.
Episode 3,
Yes.
hurrah.
Episode 3. They run away. They run away from the school.
Run away.
Some scenes happen.
Some scenes happen.
Episode 4.
Hey, we're killing this tonight.
Magnificent. We know how to time ram.
Episode, checks watch, 73. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Scenes stop happening.
Yeah, so episode 3. They presumably they reconnoiter in a cafe. If we're sticking anywhere near what originally happens.
Yeah. Sarah's come back from looking for UFOs and she's just flat out prone and
She's
Doctor's
flat out.
filling with her screwdrivers.
The doctor's got a screwdriver in her. He's fiddling about trying to fix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She recognizes me. Oh, etc.
Ian's there going, "You were my life, Doctor."
That's exactly what's happening. Hello, we're taking the piss, but you could do a really nice scene with Ian and Barbara going, how the hell do we adapt? What we do after that. Which, it's a lovely scene.
It would have been nice, actually. I mean, there's no way they would have done it at the time, but it would have been nice to catch up with them and say, how did they get back to normal?
Yeah,
After
absolutely.
Literally
so we spent a
disappearing for
good
2
chunk
years.
of episode 3 doing that, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
A good chunk. Yeah.
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 Yeah. With Critatanes kind of hovering out, well, not hovering outside, standing on bits of set.
There's Critatanes in the streets. Being sinister.
Got Ian going, we couldn't even move for 10 minutes. We were a montage of stills.
There were pigeons. Cropping all over us, and we were stuck there going. And then we saw a police box.
Yeah, this is in the original version. So this is the bit where K9 identifies the Critane oil.
Mm-hmm. Sarah does that. She wakes up and the doctor's kind of just like puts some on her tongue and so on. She goes, "Oh yeah, Critane oil."
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor goes, "Amazing. This is a woman from the year 4000."
Actually, she's not still investigating the UFOs. She might still be doing that.
That hasn't really gone anywhere. As a plot line. I mean, I think by now she should have investigated the UFOs, been knocked out and brought back in his prone on the table and being screwdrivered.
Yeah, well, maybe she has a separate encounter with some Cruditanes and they fucked her up. Yeah. So to speak.
No one ever gets fucked down.
No, they fucked her down. No, that sounds
over.
bad. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Sounds terrible.
Fucked over.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's what the Doctor was doing in Galaxy 4 when he shouts, "Down, madam!" for no apparent reason. What is that about, William Hartnell? Down, madam? What? Is that what he says? That's a bit,
weird. Yeah.
Is that how he was brought up? Probably is. Is that how William Ems wrote the script? Probably is.
So the thing with the Quillitanes is it's not made entirely clear, frankly, but they take on the aspects of other races,
Mm-hmm.
and then somehow in the process destroy these other races.
Yeah.
Uh,
in ways.
For reasons.
Hartnell
There's
will
something
have an
to do with-
explanation for this, and he'll flub it in the middle and cut out
Yeah.
most of the dialogue and most of the explanation, and they'll just go with it because they have
Yeah,
to.
William Russell will be like, "Oh, this is
Isn't it
clear."
in the original? There's something to do with computers as well, isn't there? Because it's
Yeah, they're not going to have computers in schools in the
Yeah,
1960s.
yeah.
Well, we'll be
'cause
doing it
it's-
with
no,
slides.
no. I'm saying in the original there is though, because I remember at the time thinking this is very similar to the Dark Season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Which it
You know
is.
what? Watching it today, I was stunned by the CRTs. All the computers have CRTs.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, this is actually old media, isn't it?
It looked really swish in 2006, and you watch it now and
Yeah.
you think, actually, this is quite old. Yeah.
It's dated as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about K9 being disco, but look at the fucking computers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They're saying that about Sarah. It's kind of you sitting there going, why is she so disco?
Yes.
Excellent.
Because she is quite disco, let's face it.
It's not very disco.
Actually, disco was the future in 1960, whatever.
It was.
Whatever
It
this
was,
is.
yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't be
66.
saying that. He'd
No.
be going, she's very coffee shop. Whatever it was that 60s kids did to hang around.
Yeah.
She's very futuristic nightclub.
Mm. Well, I mean,
She's very
disco is kind
brown.
of
She's not wear brown.
disco's old school, isn't it? So I mean, you'd be going, oh, she's very flapper,
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is she so flapper? Oh, my dear boy, dear 4,000 fashions come round, fashions go away. Ha ha, please be quiet.
I like the idea of Sarah doing the Charleston. That's great.
Well, she'll do that in exactly the same way that K9 did in the Navy.
Yeah, we get some scenes here with in the visual version with Rose kind of confronting the Doctor about, so you left her behind.
Mhm.
So in this case, presumably it's, I don't know.
This is Barbara going up to the Doctor and saying, have you been all right without us? You change it completely, so the power thing is on Barbara.
Yeah.
And she's just been really worried about him. They both kind of, thought, are you going to be all right without us there to look after you?
Yeah.
And all that sort of thing. And it's really touching scene, and it's really well acted by the pair of them.
Yeah.
It's a great shame we only have the audio.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it kind of reassures Rose he's not going to do that with her, and then what actually happens to her is much worse.
Yeah,
much worse. Much worse.
Yeah.
So like after that you've got the Doctor kind of all moping because she's gone, and when he should really be thinking, I'm really shit at this. And he is, Tennant. He is really shit at that because
He
he
is really
should
good at
have
that.
totally done that with my Doctor after Leslie died.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm shit at this. I'm not having any companions ever again.
yeah.
But of course, the problem with that is that you, as they discovered in Deadly Assassin or whatever else, you have to have other characters to then ask the questions.
You
Yeah.
need someone from to talk to.
You need a companion or two or three or six.
Yeah.
Got a lot of companions in this.
We have got a lot of companions
Yes.
rattling around, but then to be fair, they do
Got
in
a
the
lot of-
original.
Yes, indeed.
So it's
Yes.
not, we haven't invented new ones really. It's just kind of
No. Unless Katarina's still around.
I don't think Katarina's still around. I think we established in Last Christmas that she did. She did.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Did she die in that?
No,
Don't
she came
think
back as a
so.
kind of
Pre-dead.
illusion.
We're going to
Pre-dead,
get
She's
some
dead.
really non-violent story like Castrovalva or something, which she suddenly has to go, anyway, killing myself to save everyone. It'll be completely out of context.
I look forward to it.
Edge destruction.
Edge destruction, yeah. No, it won't be edge
Oh, just like-
destruction. That's not gonna work.
No,
Just
it
like
won't be, of
Dodo.
course it can't be, can it? No.
Just
It'll
like
be the
Dodo,
Bible.
she just kind of goes off. At the
Yeah,
end of the
just
story.
go, yeah, off, gone, right, bye.
So-
And the next companion goes, she sends her best.
Yes.
Fucking what? Which is what happened.
Didn't even say goodbye. Fucker.
Yeah. How dare the
Anyway, the Quillitanes attack. Basically, this is where we're at
Yes.
this point. So we get some excitement.
Oh, it's going to look great.
Yeah, well, not for long because then we're immediately in the next day, so I'm not quite sure what happens there. They have a bit of a fight.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a fight, basically.
I think, yeah, Stephen and Ian.
Stephen and Ian, yeah.
They just go to fisticuffs eventually.
Yeah. Back to back, punching out Quillitanes. Yeah.
They'll be flying around, and Ian and Stephen will be hitting them with those big long poles that you used to have in schools.
Oh,
in the 60s and 70s for the windows.
Yeah.
Battering them with them.
Yeah, that'll be going on. Yeah. And Sarah's got a spears gun out, obviously.
Yeah.
Related story from my school. Me and my mates got hold of one of those long poles once. I don't know how or why, but we were mucking about in the classroom and we managed to break the window.
Oh.
It's probably the worst trouble I got in while I was at school.
Uh-huh.
Got a detention for that one.
Oh dear.
Anyway, next day, they all go into the school, except for Katarina, who stays in the car. Presumably with Stephen.
That's bad news.
So yeah, it'll be the Dr. Ian and Barbara together again, going into school. There we are.
It can't be Sarah. I assume you meant Sarah rather than Katarina.
Sorry, Sarah. Sarah's in the car.
Oh, I just thought you were being funny.
No. I would never do that. No.
Because if Sarah's left in the car, then the whole thing of getting in through the doors isn't a problem, is it? Because she's going to spear gun it.
Yeah.
Or is that the answer?
Well, plus Ian and Barbara work there, so I mean, I don't know why it's the next day. To be frank, I don't.
Actually,
I don't know why we're kind of.
And the doors explode massively, and then Ian and Barbara stand there going, "I told you, we've got keys."
That's later on. That's when they lock the school down. Yeah, that's later on. Right. This is just the next day. They all go in again, and they're like, right.
Oh yeah.
And we get a sort of hero shot as they walk in.
Yeah, I always hate that in the Tennant era.
It's largely pointless.
The dramatic striding.
Yeah, the dramatic striding and the music and everything swells and it's like,
yeah.
Really?
Well, I didn't swell, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Be great in the Hartnell era. You could have everybody else doing the slow motion striding in, and Hartnell just sort of scurries past them and goes, "Why are you walking so slowly?"
Just the music. So we've got Tristram Carey doing music for this.
Yeah.
So if they're striding in, it's going to be kind of like. All that sort of stuff going on, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not an era where they went in for the slow motion striding much, is it?
No, not really. No.
People would think there was something wrong with their telly.
Yeah, they'd be hammering the top of it. Wait, what is that?
It would be great if it was Dudley Simpson, because then you can have the chase sort of music going ding 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 stride.
We do get a nice scene here. We get the doctor confronting the headmaster. He's called Finch in the swimming pool.
Obviously, not literally. That would be quite funny, though.
Not actually in the pool. They're kind of either side of the pool.
No.
Yeah, they are still on dry land. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. And basically, the doctor says you get one warning.
Can we have it in the pool? Can we have a Hartnell in his bathing suit from the Space Museum? Stripy stuff and all that going on. Going, yeah, I just thought I'd confront you in the water. Fuck you, Wiles. I'm going to do this scene in the water. Why, Bill? Just be quiet.
It's Leslie Phillips who'll be in a kind of inflatable chair with a martini in one.
He will in the fag on.
Yeah.
The fag holder. Yeah, hello.
Yes.
It's quite good casting for him there going, you will join us, Doctor. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that working.
Welcome to my municipal school swimming pool.
So, yeah, this is where we get a bit problematic because obviously Sarah and Rose are in the computer room, which wouldn't have existed in the 60s.
No.
Not in a school, anyway.
Not in a school. No.
So it's alien computers. The kids have been doing things with slide rules and stuff and writing in biro, and that all gets fed into the computer. Like the general in the prisoner, you feed all the paper and it goes.
It's going to be like Votan, isn't it? It's going to be in the basement.
It's totally going to be like Wotan.
Yeah.
Yeah, punch cards.
Yeah. Punch cards. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And
Yeah,
So a
they
punch
were
card
around.
comes out rather than seeing it on a monitor. The punch card comes out, and the doctor
Yeah.
goes, "This is the scasis paradigm." And they
Because
all
they
go,
were around since
"Blimey."
the 30s, the punch cards. Aren't
yeah, I've been around all the time. Yeah,
they? Yeah.
yeah.
Because I just read something recently, but IBM had a sister company in Germany, and they continued supplying the Nazi government throughout the war with equipment for punch card machines. And supposedly they couldn't have organized the Holocaust without this technology
Wow. IBM.
for the punch card. IBM. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Unbelievable. Okay.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Fucking bastards. Okay, so we need to be nearing the end of episode 3 at some point, probably. The Quillitanes, this is the bit of the Quillitanes. It kicks off with the Quillitanes, basically.
Mhm.
Finch is like, right, eat the staff.
Yeah.
So that's what they do.
End of episode 3, they all start eating the staff, and
They start eating the
whoever's
staff.
left outside is trying to
School's
protect them.
locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah
Yeah.
and Stephen trapped outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow zoom in to Hartnell looking defiant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just you try eating me.
I'm British.
Nobody eats me. Not even that aforementioned French whore.
Why has William Hartnell become Patrick McGowan?
I don't know. I
Even
don't know what
the
happened there.
aforementioned French whore. Dang it.
Okay, episode 4. Good.
So big cliffhanger. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, all the kids apart from Kenny, they're kind of absorbed. They've been they're kind of, I suppose they're in a trance. They're going to be in some kind of trance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So muttering to themselves maybe, and then down in the basement,
Probably
Rotan's.
quite atmospheric and scary.
Yeah. Rotan's getting the data. So
And their slide rules and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
maybe there's some kind of, because I'm going to think Mickey takes the plug out in the visual version, doesn't he? So maybe there's some kind of trance device there, something that's shining lights in their faces.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Shorecraft special.
Shorecast special. Yeah.
Perspex, I think. I'm seeing Perspex. Lots of Perspex.
Lots of Perspex. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Definitely spinning.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, it's like that thing in the Adam Adamant episode. Great big spinning thing. Well, it's like that. So good.
I've never seen Adam Adamant.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? You haven't
I've seen an episode. I've seen an episode, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
It was on the BBC in the 60s.
In the 60s.
Adam Adamant was great. Adam Adamant was severely good.
Yeah.
Totally, you'd love it.
Gerald Harper basically is Adam Adamant, isn't he?
Yeah. But with a sex
I mean, I watched a few years ago. I watched all of Hadley, which is a
Never
series
got into Hadley. I tried it. Yeah,
and he's essentially he's pretty much the same character.
Totally the same. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Was that in the 70s? Hadley, was it a bit later?
Hadley, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those bizarre series that kind of was running through when ITV had a color strike. So it starts in color, and then about half a dozen episodes in black and white, and then it goes back into color. And it wasn't because they've lost them like Doctor Who.
It's not color recording. It's just
they're literally the people who ran the color thing who want more money for color, and they wouldn't cough up, so they did them in black and white.
Yeah.
Wow. That was the power of the unions in the 70s. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to ensure people actually got paid. Bizarre.
Soon knocked that out of them.
That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
So, they've locked the school down, and the kids are in a trance. Kenny goes to the front door. That's it. It's Kenny goes to the front door. Jim Dale, isn't it? Okay.
It is Jim Dale. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
That's different. So yeah, he goes to he goes to the front door, starts hammering away on the door, and then yeah, outside it's Stephen and Sarah kind of clock him.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they don't drive the car into the school. Sarah gets her gun out.
Sarah gets the gun out.
She gets her gun out.
Or she kicks the door in with her amazing karate skills. That
I bet she does. I bet she does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She boots the door and it goes flying off into the distance. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
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 Clear.
And Stephen goes, emasculation.
He's doing that a lot. Yeah.
He is, yeah. This is a story that made Peter Purvis think, you know what, I'm going to leave. I should be a kids' TV presenter or something like that.
Yeah.
Give us me trial logic game. I'm out of it.
No, he took some of Sarah's moves and then 18 months later threw them in the bin because he wasn't getting any work. And then the day after, he got Blue Peter.
True story. Yeah.
Hi. Oh, you were true.
Yeah.
So yeah, as we've said, the Doctor realizes that they're cracking the code. These kids, they're cracking the code to control the universe, which again isn't a very 60s idea, but I suppose it's kind of, I don't know what you replace it with, but
like the controlling the Earth.
Okay, yeah,
maybe,
maybe something to do that, yeah.
Maybe it's restructuring minds. They were very into mind control in the 60s.
Yeah.
So maybe it's kind of, it's a Hitler thing. You know, this one person will have control over everyone's minds. It's Skagra, I suppose.
Yeah.
Something more like that.
Yeah.
Seems a bit more 60s.
Take over the world. Yeah. And then Finch pops up. He just says, hello. He's like, you could have been a god, Doctor. You could have saved the Time Lords. And I was got the Time Lords are fine.
Going, I have no idea what you're talking about. Time Lords? No, not a clue.
Never heard of them. No.
No.
He tells the Doctor he could expand his experiments and explore the whole universe. There we are.
He could have a massive lab all to himself.
Yeah.
With all sorts of shit in it. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Leprechauns and stuff.
And he tells Barbara that she can have a job again. She'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
for instance, Leslie Phillips, you can have as many cocktails as you like. And endless birds.
He tells Ian he can have a new tie.
That's what he says to Barbara.
You want smoke machines? I've got smoke machines. So they're a bit tempted. They're actually a little bit tempted for just a moment. The Doctor likes the sound of this lad, but no, Barbara's talking down.
Barbara being the voice of reason again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, no, don't be a twat.
Don't be a twat, Doctor. That's what she says. Yeah.
Oh, very well. I shall not be a twat this time. Yes.
You, my dear.
Look at my non-twattishness. Ha
So yeah, they turn him down. Basically, the Krillitanes, they flock after them. Sarah and Stephen turn up, and then they all run into the dining hall, where they have a bit of an old battle.
Yeah. This is Sarah and her gun, isn't it?
This is Sarah and her gun, basically.
Finally justifying her entire point in being there.
Yeah. Shooting them out of the sky until the batteries run
down. I
hope
she's going maximum defense mode as she's doing it.
Battery's low, Doctor. So the Doctor realizes that the Krillitane oil is toxic to the Krillitanes because they've changed too often. And this is the point where I guess Stephen, as his moment of genius, he unplugs the device that's controlling the kids, tells them to run, get out of here. And then the Krillitanes chase the others into the kitchens, and then Sarah bravely decides to stay behind.
Yeah.
And shoot the vat.
Yeah.
Heroic sacrifice. Yeah.
Well, that's heavy.
It is. The Doctor says, good dog, Sarah. Good dog, Sarah. And then off he goes.
Yeah.
Skips out of there.
Yeah. You'd be saying you're a good girl. You're a very good girl, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Just be appalling.
And Finch comes in and he goes, "That girl."
Yeah. And Sarah goes, affirmative, and shoots him.
No ding dong for you, my dear.
No.
Yeah. And the school explodes.
Yeah.
Or catches fire, perhaps, or something. Yeah. Model shot.
Model shot.
Yes.
Model shot.
Not a terrifically good one either. For an explosion
Yeah.
in 66. I don't have people like Ian Scoons working for them then, so it's not going to be looking great.
No. I mean, I'm thinking more similar to the burning of Rome in the Romans. Something's
Right.
Yeah.
Cardboard comes out.
Yeah, sort of
And going on
silhouetted.
slightly too long, as that does as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Really frenetic music on it and going on slightly too long.
Yeah.
And Stephen's a bit
And occasionally
heartbroken.
dissolves to Leslie Phillips kind of strumming a harp in the middle of it, going.
Still singing in the middle of the swimming pool on his thing as the
on his
school burns
yeah.
run. Well, this is just beastly.
Stephen's a bit heartbroken. He's a bit kind of, where's Sarah, Doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes, I left her behind, my boy. So it's going to be a little bit cut up about that.
Yeah.
So presumably when the TARDIS departs, Ian and Barbara have been left with the new Sarah.
New Sarah.
And they're going, what the fuck are we supposed to do with her? What's she for?
I rebuilt her.
Yes, but why?
So the next time they meet him, it's like, you left us a full-grown woman.
Yeah. You're really weird. Different man.
You're weirder than J.D. Vance.
Oh, no, well, I'm not sure I got that far. Mind you, by the time this episode comes out, hopefully he'll be complete history.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be nice to have a good little parting scene with Ian and Barbara, you know. Ian's there going,
in a pub. They
"Do we
go to a
meet
pub
again?"
and have a pint like they always wanted to.
Yeah.
And he's 6 treble vodkas down and just roaring.
Fuckers.
Oh, the Doctor. Bless him. Bless him in his angry ways. Starting a bar fight in the corner. Are you on board, sir?
End credits.
End credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Next week. Christ knows what.
Who the
God
fuck
knows.
knows?
Yeah. We have to introduce Dodo somehow. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, she just walks in the pub at the last minute going, a little boy's been run down. And someone says, what's that? And she goes, I'm sorry, a little boy has been run down.
Don't you know?
Yeah.
Ensplinment.
I don't think our version's better than the original at all.
No.
It really isn't, because
it doesn't really.
It's another one of those Tennant episodes, new series episodes that I think its story runs for exactly how long it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And stretching it out to 4 parts is stretching it. But yeah.
It's quite a thin story generally. I think if you take the nostalgia elements out of it, there's not a lot there.
No.
It's fueled by nostalgia and Anthony Head.
Yes. Nostalgia and Head.
Yeah.
That's what we
quite like at the
from
time.
story.
I'd probably still rate it as Toby Whithouse's best script, really. It was
Yeah.
he peaked right at the start. And then sort of tailed off.
What else did you write?
Well, his next episode is Vampires of Venice, which I remember quite liking until I realised it's exactly the same plot as this one. It's identical.
I was never wild about it. I thought it was all right, but
It's like they gave him the job right. Toby, we want you to time ram your school union script into the 11th Doctor. Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. I think.
In fairness, if it's had that to us, we'd do it.
He did sort of before the flood and after the flood, or whatever that was called.
That
was fairly terrible.
Forgettable.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just get a website. Oh, it's still verifying I'm human. Christ. Oh, there we go.
Are you a human?
No, never have been. The Doctor. Paul McGann.
Oh,
Indeed.
Yeah, the favourite. Paul McGann. Okay. And they're just, racing away with us.
Break out the Shatner. In story 270.
That's quite late.
Yeah. Baldy. Jodie Whittaker.
Extremists. I think we've already done Extremists.
Oh.
yeah,
We
Yeah.
have. We have.
Yes,
It was
yes.
Pertwee, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pertwee.
76.
Oh,
Trombones in the big.
76. Hang on. This is Tom Baker.
Yes.
76 is The Ark in Space.
Ah.
oh.
Have we done The Ark in Space? I don't think we have done The Ark in Space. No.
No.
So The Ark in Space with Paul McGann. Yeah.
Right.
Bit of a classic.
Isn't that one of the ones that they were talking about rewriting in the Leaky Bible?
It might be.
Got a feeling it was. I could be wrong.
We should
But-
look at it again and actually, put some work into
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yes, we should reacquaint ourselves.
Yeah.
Shatner will be in one of the cubicles being thawed. I found my father. Oh no, he's melted into a puddle. Oh, it was so sad.
I can imagine McGann scousing the fuck out of the word Wirren.
What would that look like?
I'm loving the phrase
fuck out of the
scousing the
room.
fuck out. Yeah.
And we've got the title for the episode already.
Scouse the fuck out.
How does that work? All right, hey.
Hey.
You're messing with the sex, eh? You want to devour the human race? Now,
You Wirren.
you know what you are. You're a winner, you are. You're a winner for the rural.
It works, doesn't it? It's a very scouse monster name.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that was Time Ram, obviously. And next time we're doing the Paul McGann story, The Ark in Space. So we're delving back into our amazing what if the Paul McGann series had happened. Epic, starring William Shatner. I've been Rupert Booth. That's Paul Ferry there.
Aye.
That's Barry Williams there.
Bye.
Both of them still seem to insist on having their hands on my penis. You can find us on Twitter, and you can also find us on Facebook. If you don't know where we are on Twitter by now, then you should listen to an earlier podcast where we say these things. But Baz is at Last Time Round, and Paul's at Paul Ferry 8, and I'm at Rupert Booth.
Is anybody still on Twitter?
Get the hell out of Twitter.
I'm still there. I'm still there because I totally buy into the whole thing of don't let the far right throw you out of anywhere. And also my entire market's there. So,
Yes.
stand up and fight.
I've been genuinely thinking about it.
If Musk gets pissed off enough with it, he'll sell it to someone for a song, and it'll become Twitter again. And
Twitter 2.
Twitter 2.
Twitter 2. Yeah, this
This
time,
time it's
third
Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on other social media things. Instagram, I believe.
Not on Instagram.
I
Not
am.
Instagram. Oh no, it's Tumblr, isn't it? Are you on Instagram?
I am on Instagram.
What do you think you are? Young.
How does Instagram? I don't understand. Explain Instagram.
I don't understand.
It's mainly it's mainly kind of just videos and things, but I don't put videos on. I just put
But isn't that all social media?
pictures and things.
So basically, you can put pictures and things on, but you don't write very much.
It's mostly picture based.
Yeah, it's not really a facility for writing on it.
Okay.
Not for me. Not for me.
Apart from just little comments on your picture.
Yeah. But once that, I'd stay on Twitter and I shall.
Well, I should try Threads, but it's fine.
Yeah, but the trouble is, everyone tried Threads last time. Everyone left Twitter, and everyone came back to Twitter. So I'm just not bothering.
Threads has been. I mean, I'm on Threads. I'm just on everything, but Threads has kind of got a massive kind of influx in the last few days.
Yeah, but
Twitter, I mean, the last few times I've looked at Twitter, it's so bad now. It's really gone downhill noticeably just in the last few weeks. It's terrible. Terrible.
It's interesting. I suspect we have completely different engagements there because of
Possibly.
So therefore, I still mostly see my friends and game fans talking about games all the time, which I don't comprehend. I have no interest in, but I don't. But they're all actually quite decent. They're all very anti-fascist and all that sort of bit. So I probably get a skewed impression of what Twitter's like. Also, I simply ignore the brainwashing attempts.
I mean,
anyway, yes, we're also on Patreon. And so if you'd like to send us some money on Patreon, we'd be really grateful. I still need a good mic. Where's my good mic? They've both got good mics. Paul wears one on his head. Baz has got one that's like a fucking radio.
I haven't had one that for ages.
Well,
I have this.
do in my mind. Look at that! Oh, look
that's
at
a sexy one.
Right. If
Paul's got one that glows.
Yeah. So you know, I'm left out here, and this is on you, listener. So get your fucking act together and give us some money so I can buy a mic. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.
Should probably also thank Ben for his music.
Oh, Ben for his music. And thank you to Ben Jones for his music. Yeah, cut that in every single time from now on, please.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.